named ranges, serial number and topic. So we will first define our objective of the class today. Okay, so then we will proceed. So we do not divert from what we want to discuss. Okay, first one is named ranges. We will discuss named ranges and what are the merits and demerits of named ranges. Okay.
Okay.
Named ranges and their uses. It's better to say that. And third one is how to edit named ranges. Okay. And fourth one is if condition. Okay.
Okay.
And fifth one is nested loops. In if condition. If condition. Okay. And sixth one is count if function. Okay. Seventh one is sum if function. Eighth one is if error or so no worries on that. So like today we're gonna discuss majorly the if condition. Okay.
Okay.
So that's our main focus. So generally what is an if condition? If condition is a logical function. Okay. It's a logical function. And whenever we see if, hey, what if this happens? Okay. Hey, what if this happens? So if this happens, there's going to be one or two things that will gonna affect with this, right? That's how the if condition will come even in general English, right?
Yes.
So let's say if I'm going to some tourist place, I may enjoy there or I may not be able to enjoy there. So that's how, like, let's say, for example, I am going to some tourist place. Okay. Tourist place. There are two chances that I may enjoy, I may not enjoy. Okay. Right. So
Yes.
I have just went to tourist place. There are two possibilities that I may enjoy this tourist spot or I may not enjoy this tourist spot. Okay. And let's say like I have written an exam. Okay. And I may pass the exam or I may fail the exam. Right.
Okay.
Now I have written an exam. Okay. I may pass the exam with first class, second class, third class. These are grades, just in grades, A or B or C grade. That's how I'm just mentioning the classes. Okay.
Okay.
Or I may fail, or I may get promoted. Okay. So these are the possibilities that could happen when some event is happening. Okay. These are the things that we define that in an exam there should be A grade, B grade, or C grade. Okay. Or it can be fail and it can be promoted. And when you will get pass, if it is greater than or equal to 40. Okay.
Okay.
And when you will get A grade, if it is greater than or equal to 75%. Okay. And if when you will get B grade, if it is between, let's say between 60 to what is it? 60 to 75, less than 75. Okay, that's 75. Okay, that's fine. And when you will get grade C is that it is when you have the scoring between 40 to, let's see, better if you can say, okay, yeah, greater than 40 to less than 60. Okay, and when you will fail is that like it's it's less than 40. Okay, let's remove promoted. Promoted, it is completely dependent on the professor who has conducted the exam. Let's remove this. Okay.
Okay.
So till now, you're clear that when we will pass the exam, if it is greater than or equal to 40%, and when you will get A grade, if it is greater than or equal to 75%, and B grade, it is between 60 to 75%, right?
Okay.
So this is our basic criteria to understand if condition. Okay. Now I'll take this and just create a new sheet and put it over here. Okay. And I'm going to create some data. Okay. Student
Okay.
ID. Okay. And then let's say mathematics, and then science, and then language. Okay. These are the three subjects we have, and you can just put total over here. And student ID is, let's say, 1, 2, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I'm taking the simple data is equal to and between okay, random between let's say it can be between 35 to 100. Just need to refer all the subjects. And let's value this. So now we have the marks as well. Okay, we have student IDs
Okay.
and student marks as well. So we're gonna even complete it as totals. Now we're gonna see if conditions for these things. Okay. Let's say, for example, simple if condition. Let's try simple if condition. So that will give an easy understanding. Let's say, like, what is a simple if condition? Let's say if you have written an exam, there are two conditions, either pass or fail. Okay, let's put that. So if condition is basically a logical condition. Okay, so you can see there's a logical condition, and if you see the if condition, it is saying that checks whether a condition is met and returns one value if true and another value if false. Okay, so if it will test the logical test whether it's a, if it is more than 40 or if it is less than 40. So then if it is more than 40, if value is true, it will say like the exam has been passed. Okay. If it is
Okay.
less than 40, it will say the exam is like it is failed. Okay. That's a simple thing,
Okay.
like simple if condition that we're gonna learn now. Let's say like if condition for mathematics subject. Okay.
Okay.
Subject. Let's do that. Okay, if condition for mathematics subject. Now I'll just put, let's go to formula and then say if. Okay. Okay, when I just check the if, it gave me three things. Okay, logical test, value if true, value if false. Okay,
Okay.
now our logical test is it should have like two arguments. Okay, or let's say like one argument. First, try to understand. Let's say one argument. Okay, it should be greater than or equal to 40. Okay,
Okay.
okay. Okay, it should be greater than or equal to 40. If value is true, then it is pass. Okay,
Okay.
if value is I mean it is false, it is less than 40, then it is fail.
Mm.
Okay, it is saying pass. All right,
Okay.
now let's drag this formula to the entire thing. Okay, here we have presented only one condition. Okay, like if value is greater than 40, then it is pass. If it is less than 40, if it does not satisfy it, it is saying fail. Now let's go to evaluate formula. Okay, just check what is happening over here. Now it is going and checking the B2. Okay, B2 of mathematics. It's evaluating, and then like it is saying it is 67. B2 is now 67. Is greater than or equal to 40. This logic is true or false? It should be true. Okay, it has returned.
Yeah.
Now, after it is returned, it has returned true. Now it is saying the first argument. If it is true, we said it should pass. Okay, so it's returning pass. That's what it is doing over here. Okay, if B2 is greater than 67, yes, that is true. So it is returning pass. Okay. Now I don't need to put over here the fail condition. Just observe this. I have put only the pass condition. Okay. If it is
Okay.
greater than or equal to 40, then it is pass. Else it is fail. Okay. Now just understand the next thing now. Just try to understand the next logic, what I'm trying to say. I'm saying now if B2 is less than 40, then if it is true, say it fail. Okay, if it is false, say it pass. I just did the reverse thing. Okay,
Okay.
I just did the reverse thing over here. Earlier I said if it is B2 is greater than or equal to 40, if it then like
It's pass.
if it's true, it's pass. If it's false, if it then it is fail. Now I am saying I'm using the same logic, but in a reverse way. Okay, if B2 is less than 40, then it's fail. If this condition is true, then that should be failing. If this condition is false, that should be passing, right? So it depends on you
Yeah.
how you define. Okay, see again the logic here. So logical test is performed first. If it is true, it is going for like true value, whatever you mention. If it is false, it will go for false value. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
you got it.
Yeah.
So that's how the if conditions will work out. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, till now clear how if conditions will if conditions
Yes.
work. Now
Yes.
let's say like now we have multiple conditions we have set. We have A grade, B grade, and C grade, right?
Okay.
Let's try to understand those things also. Now we want A grade, B grade, and C grade as well. Rather pass, we want these three grades as well. Okay.
Okay.
So how we can do that? So let's try to understand that. Okay. Let's say rather sum. So let's say let's do average. Okay. You'll also learn the average function as well today. Average of this. Oh,
B2
okay. Rather pass, we will go with
average.
A grade, B grade, and then fail. Four conditions we will go. Just forget this pass. Again, it will get you will get confused. Okay? We are going only with A grade, B grade, C grade, and fail. Okay.
Yes.
Condition overall. Okay. So here we go. Like there can be conditions. Let's say like you have written an exam. Okay. Like
Mhm.
generally in exams, every subject you need to pass, right? Let's say student one
Yes.
need to pass all these exams. Okay. So I will say that student one has to pass 60, has to pass mathematics, has to pass science, has to pass this language. Okay. These are must, right?
Yes.
If student one has to pass, he has to pass all these three subjects, right? So if something is must, if all the conditions are need to be satisfied, all conditions are needed to be satisfied. Okay, fine. For example, in this case, student has to pass all these three subjects. Then we have to use and condition. Okay. If,
Okay.
for example, if let's say, for example, if student uh, passes only mathematics or only science or only language, okay, if only one condition is satisfied, that is right. Okay, all conditions are satisfied, only one condition is satisfied, then we have to use or. So and is like everything is required, or is out of these three subject, anything is fine. Okay, if student passes mathematics, then that is fine. Okay, that's the situation over here. So maybe it's giving some kind of confusion to you over here. So I'll just clarify this in upcoming few minutes. Just don't worry. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So let's understand how we can create nested formulas using if condition. So that's our objective as well here. Till now we have seen if condition. Now we are going to see nested loops. How we can go with the nested loops in if condition. Okay.
Okay.
So I'll just write one formula over here. Just try to observe it. Okay. Is equal to if. Okay. I'm using and. Okay. and is saying that check whether all arguments are true and returns true if all arguments are true. Okay, everything should be true, then only it will return true. Okay, and first logic is, let's say this total. If this total is greater than or equal to 75, okay, okay, if this total is greater than or equal to 75, then I will say A grade. Okay,
A grade. Okay.
okay, if the value is true. Now if the value is false, I'll just put again one more if condition. Okay, you are able to get this step?
Yeah, I can. This is new for me, but it's the same like formulas we used before, right?
Yeah. So what I have
A
done
bit
is,
different. We have to do a bit more. Yeah, we put if okay.
If value is false, I'm just putting one more if condition, and here I am saying if this is between, let's say if this is between, that is if E2 is greater than or equal to, so it should be between 60 and then 75. Okay,
Yeah.
or equal to 60, comma, now I'm using AND operator, should be greater than and equal to 60, and it should be E2 again should be less than 75. Okay, here I am using the AND condition. So AND condition, two logics I am using. It should be greater than or equal to 60 and it should be less than 75. Okay, so if that condition is satisfied, what should be the grade? Here the grade should be B grade. Okay. Now what if value is again false? I'm just gonna move some with some fastness over here. If value is false, I'll just again take this and I'll just explain you, don't worry. So if it is E2 is greater than or equal to 40 and less than 60, okay? Then that should be grade C. Don't worry, I'll explain again. Okay. Else, if it is not satisfying any criteria, it should be fail. Okay. So you see over here, like if it is less than 60, it is showing grade C. Okay, that's what our criteria is, right? Less than 60,
Yes.
grade C, right? If it is more than 70, B grade, okay? 60 to 75, B grade. It's not over 75, again B grade. It is 68, it is B grade. Okay.
Okay.
So don't worry on this formula. I'll explain you again. Just be relaxed. It is as simple as that we are grading the students based on their average score. Okay.
Okay.
Just remember that. Okay. So I okay. So like what basically I'm trying to explain you is that let's say this is an if condition. Okay. First if condition. Okay. And
Okay.
it is performing a logical test over here. First logical test. And if value is true, it is giving A grade, right? It is greater than or equal to 75%, then A grade should be given, right?
Okay.
If it is false, if it is not A grade, okay, it's going into this. If it is false, so this is going into this. If it is true, it is A grade. Again, if it is false, you see here, value is false. It's again getting into a loop and it is saying if E2 is greater than 60 and E2 is less than 75. That means it is again going to check E2 if it whether it is falling between 60 and 75, but not greater than 75, because already we have checked greater than 75, right? If it is greater than 75, it is giving A grade, if it is true. If it is not, if it is false, it's getting into this false condition and checking again E2, whether it's between 60 and 75. If it is true, if it is true, it is giving B grade. Okay.
Yeah.
Again,
And
yeah.
mhm.
Again, listen.
And just need to remember these formulas.
No, like
But
you.
it's not that hard. It's very, but you just don't wanna miss it, right?
Yeah. But don't remember the formulas. Remember how to build the logics.
Okay, yeah. I'm getting it.
Yeah. So completely listen this so that you will be more clear. And once you get the concept, you can listen. You can create your own logics. And however you want to, create your formulas, you can create your own formulas on your own way with your own logics. So that is the main motto of my teachings to every student.
Okay.
So until now, you have checked the condition to grade B grade only. Now, if value is true, if this logic is true, I'm using AND operator. If E2 is greater than 60, if it is true, and if it is less than 75, both conditions are true over here, okay? And you're saying AND. Now, if you go back to your high school, there are two types of truth tables, and or, okay? If both logics are true, then the output is true, right?
Yes.
If it is AND condition. If it is or, if any of the logic is true, for example, if it is or here, if any of these logics is true, then it is true, right?
Yes.
So both are true. We are using AND operator here. So it should give B grade. If both are true, it should give B grade. Again, within this loop, within this if loop, I have written another if loop. If it is not satisfying this condition, then it should go to this false condition. Again, in the false condition, I have written one more logic over here. The logic is that if E2 is greater than or equal to 40 and less than 60, okay, then it should give C grade, right? That's the logic
Yes.
here. Now there should be one more logic as well over here. Like that is a fail logic, right? If all these conditions are not satisfied, then that should give fail logic as well, right? Now let's try fail if it is false. Too many arguments. Let's see where it fits. Now I'm trying to close the loops. 1, 2, this is for this loop. And this if condition loop is this. This second one is here. So here it should give me, probably should give the fail logic here. Let's see what is that. So that we have. Okay. Value if true, else it should be false. Here it should be fail. Okay. So let's check out here. Let's see what are the things that we're gonna do. I'm just trying to check it. Like let's say 35. Okay. And 40. So it's saying fail. Okay. I just changed the numbers. I just made the student one fail. Okay. It's gone and it got updated to fail.
Yes.
Okay. Now additionally, I want to give these tables and R. Okay. Let's say in these, let's call them truth tables we have learned in what do you say in a high school, and truth table. Just give it and truth table. Now in this truth table, condition 1 and 1 and condition 2. Okay. And if this is the result. Okay. Table result. So let's say in AND, if we have first one is true and second one is true, what should be the output? It should be true, right?
Yes.
If it is false, if it is true, then what should be the output?
Yes.
False, right? If it is
Yes.
true, if it is false, then what should be the output? It should be false. If both are false, then the output should be false. Okay.
Yes.
So this is for AND. Okay. Now let's go back and just create for OR. So the same thing, just OR. Okay. Here the things will change again. Just observe those things. So once we have a solid background of this, so you can build any kind of formulas. Okay. That is the reason I am teaching this, even the truth table. So you remember this thing and when you write the logics. Okay. So if one thing is true in OR, okay, any one thing, then it is true, right?
Oh, yes.
If any one thing is false, then okay, you fill these 3 things with your exercise. Okay.
Okay, I'll do it. Like it will
Just so
give me a
simple.
good practice of formulas. Yes.
Okay. It's not formulas. In higher school, we will have.
Yeah, means yes. I got it. Yes.
Yeah. So just use this. Okay. Use these things. And this is a thing that no one will try to teach you. Okay. Like whenever you see someone teaching, so they don't get into this much depth whenever they teach something in Excel. Okay.
Okay.
So just remember this. And till now we have seen if condition with and like with and nested functions, with nested if functions, and how we can use this for our purpose if we are building some logic on the existing data. Now just let's get back to if function sheet, and it has like sales figures, like 2022 sales figures for 4 quarters, and each salesperson is been giving some sales. Okay. For 4 quarters, here are the sales, and each has been summed up. So at the end of year, they are giving this sales. Now the yearly goal for each of these salesperson is 33,000. Okay. You can call it like 33,000. I'll just change this format to dollar. Okay, dollar, so that it will align to what is required.
So mama, खोल रहा है वो.
Okay,
Okay, yeah.
so I'll just write a if function to see whether a goal is met or not. Okay,
Okay.
so if goal is met, I'll say yes, it's met. If it is not met, I'll say it's not met. Okay, or reach or unreached, it completely depends on you. I'll just go over here, equal to if is a logical formula, and just open the brace. And what is the logical test I need to perform over here? The logical test I need to perform over here is if this I2, okay, is greater than or equal to this total yearly goal. Okay, my yearly goal is $33,000. So I need to check whether this, what is this, 36,000, or Johnny's total for an year is being equal to or greater than 33,000. That's what I am doing the logical test over here. Okay, you got it?
Yeah.
So then comma, if value is true, if it is true, then I'll say met or met goal or goal achieved. Let's say goal achieved. Okay, if it is not achieved, then I'll just say not achieved. Okay, right? You see this formula, how it is working? It is saying if I2, what I2 has, it has yearly goal, $33,000. If I2 is greater than or equal to F5, F5 is the total sales of Johnny. Okay. So if it is greater than 33,000 or equal to 33,000, if it is true, it is saying goal is achieved. If it is false, it is saying goal is not achieved. Okay. As simple as that. I'll just say enter. Okay. I'll just track down this formula to entire thing. Oh, so it is saying not achieved. But how can this is possible? Okay. How can this is possible? I'm saying over here, like it is 36,245. It is saying that it is not achieved. Okay. How can this is possible? It's a wrong thing, right?
Yeah.
So it should be achieved. Goal achieved is the right thing, right?
Yes.
Okay. So let's see, let's analyze what went wrong over here. Mhm.
तो मैंने कहा जनाब साहब ने तो कहा था कि
Okay, I'm just trying to check out what exactly went wrong. So if I2 is greater than or equal to, okay, F5 can say yes or say no. So it is saying no. I'm just trying to understand. It should say yes, right? Up to 33,000. It's greater than yeah. We are doing something over here. It should be this way. It should be greater than or equal to this one. Now this will give the right result. Okay. We are doing the different reverse logic over there. So now what we have done is we are saying that F5 is should be greater than or equal to I2. Okay. Hello.
yes.
Yeah. So that's what we have done, right? F2 should be greater than or equal to I2, right?
Okay.
So, like, if he is achieving more than $33,000, then he met the goal. It should say yes. That's what we have done over here. And if you come to the next condition, you see the next condition. Here it is saying that F6, that means this, is greater than or equal to I3. Okay. But we need to compare it with the I2, right? Not with I3, right? You there, Manan?
Yes. Yes, I'm listening.
The formula went one cell down. When we have discussed relative and absolute reference, you remember that?
Yes.
So it just went one cell down. Here it is I3, here it is I4, here it is I5, here it is I6. Okay. So in order to make sure that this is restricted to only I2, I'm just locking this. Okay. I'm just locking this cell. I'm pressing F4 over here. So the dollar symbols before I and before 2 are making sure that they are locked. Now always the formula will check out. So this is called absolute reference. We are locking the I2 over here in this formula. So this is making sure that whenever we drag the formula or whenever we copy paste the formula, it always refer I2. Okay, I'm just entering it and I'll just now drag this formula. You see over here, it's again I2, but this F6 is changing to F7. Okay, F6 is changing to F7. The reason is that it is a relative reference. F6 is a relative reference, whereas I2 is an absolute reference. Okay.
Okay.
Now we can again do one more thing over here in this formula. That is called name range. Let's say 33,000. I2, I just want to refer as yearly underscore goal. I just gave the name range for only I2. Okay. Just enter. Just go to this and you can say is equal to you just see here. If I press YEAR, I can just see the name range over here. Okay. Just select that and tab. Bingo, we got yearly goal. Okay. So these are nothing but name ranges. We can even use the name ranges. Now I just drag this and yearly goal is not changing. Whereas F5 is changing to F6, F7, F8, but yearly goal is not changing. Okay. Just gonna hide this. Now we have till now we have done like the name ranges, how they gonna change. They are not changing in a column wise. Okay. But let's come to this quarterly total. Okay, let's come to this quarterly total and let's say like let's say this Q like B5 to B9 as quarter 1. Okay, there's a name range. Okay, this we have referred as quarter 1. Okay, QTR1. Enter. It is going to somewhere else. Let's put QTR_1. Okay, so we have referred this as quarter 1. Now what I'll do is that I'll just is equal to summing this quarterly total and just summing this. Okay, see, it has automatically saying that this is a quarter 1 range. I have just named this range, right? Now normally when I use the sum, I just need to copy paste to the entire thing so that every total will come automatically. But what is happening over here is that the same quarter 1, when I copy paste in a row wise manner, it's not changing. Okay, this reference is not coming over here. The quarter 2 values are different, right? So that's the disadvantage of name ranges. It doesn't change automatically in a row wise manner or in a column wise manner. So we are using it, you're using the name ranges in a beneficial way in this formula, in if function, right? But here we are unable to use it. So here we always you need to use the range. Let's use this range. Okay. So, but again, like if I just want to copy paste this formula by even using the range, it is not allowing me to do that. So to edit the name ranges, okay, to edit the name ranges, I have few things. Okay, here in the define names, okay, I'll just go to name manager and check what are the name ranges I have given. Okay, and I just want to use this name ranges, or I just want to delete this name ranges. I can go and edit it, and I can edit the name ranges. If I want larger name range, I can take it. Okay, I can say okay. If I want to delete this name range, I can delete it. Okay, I have just deleted that name range and then close this. So now I just want to do the sum. SUM, then this range, and when I copy paste this, it changes it changes relatively, right? But whereas the name ranges are absolute, right? That's what we have seen, either we copy paste in row wise or in column wise. In this example, yearly goal is not changing even if we go by row wise or column wise. In this example, also it is not changing and it is not beneficial for us. So that is the reason we are using the direct ranges over here. You got it, Manan?
Yes.
So lastly, we will discuss these two things. It's just so simple. So I'll just end with these two things. Okay. Whether a salesperson is qualifying for bonus or not, that is our main purpose. So if he qualifies, uh, let's say whether he qualifies or not, if he meets the goal, if a salesperson meets the goal, then he qualifies for this, for whatever, the bonus is being given in the for example in an organization. So we will just say that is equal to if if goal is met, if H is equal to yes, okay, just say if this is equal to yes, okay, yes. If value is true, then bonus status is given, or you can say it's better to use credited. And if it is false, it should be not credited. Okay, right? How simple it is, right? If he is meeting the if he is meeting the goal, bonus should be credited. If he is not meeting the goal, bonus should not be credited, right?
Okay.
So that's how simple it is. Now next thing is like current number of people who have reached their goal. Now like there are 5 people in this sales figures for 2022. Now we just want to know how many people are reaching this goal. Like 33,000 is yearly goal, right? So if we manually, if we can see, we can say that out of these 5 people, there are 4 people who are meeting this goal, right? But what if I have thousands of sale persons who are into sales for December for 2022? How can I say that, right? That's my biggest problem. I cannot go manually to each row, and visually I cannot say that like out of this 1,000 people there are like 500 people who have reached their goal and they are able to generate the sales of 33,000. I need to have something, right? I need to have some formula where I can which I can which can be applied to larger range of cells. So I have a formula over here. That's gonna I'm just gonna use it. That is COUNTIF. Okay. Now COUNTIF has two versions. One is COUNTIF and COUNTIFS. If you see COUNTIF, count the number of cells within a range that meet the given condition. Now COUNTIF, what does COUNTIF says? COUNTIF will be useful for multiple set of conditions. Okay, COUNTIF only for one condition, COUNTIFS for multiple set of conditions. Just remember that. But for now, just we will use COUNTIF. Okay, just open the bracket. Okay, let's go with this approach. So now what I have done is that I'm just using was goal met, okay, as a range. So that is H5 to H9, and then yes. Okay, if it is saying yes, just count that. Okay, got it?
Okay.
It is saying 4 people have met the target, yearly goal target. That's it. So these are the if conditions and named ranges and advantages and disadvantages of named ranges, and a bit of absolute reference and relative reference, and how to edit the name ranges and all of the if functions.